and welcome to Awaz News. I'm Kubra Ali and I'll be taking you through big news across Canada.
Former CP24 and air personality files human rights complaint against Bell Media. Police investigating fatal collision in Ajax. Canada to allow international students to work off campus over 20 hours per week. University of Guelph Humber cancels plan to relocate campus from Etobicoke to Brampton. New Pfizer-BioNTech Omicron vaccine available in Ontario in weeks, Minister of Health. Elderly woman seriously injured after being struck by vehicle in downtown Toronto.
These were the headlines, and now let's jump right into the details.
Durham Regional Police are investigating a fatal collision in Ajax on Friday afternoon. The crash occurred on Taunton Road West and Harwood Avenue North at around 3 p.m. Police said 2 people were transported to trauma centers in Toronto with life-threatening injuries. A short time later, police said the crash had turned fatal, but they did not confirm the number of people who died. The cause of the crash is unknown. Police have closed Taunton Road West between Westney Road and Middlecourt Drive for investigation. A pedestrian has been seriously injured after being struck by the driver of a vehicle in downtown Toronto on Friday afternoon. Toronto police say the collision happened in the area of Bay Street and Gerrard Street West shortly before 2:30 p.m. When officers arrived, they found the pedestrian, an elderly woman, bleeding from the head. She was subsequently taken to a trauma center with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Police say the driver remained at the scene. Gerrard Street West is closed from Yonge Street to Bay Street due to collision. Plans to relocate University of Guelph Humber's North Etobicoke campus to Brampton have been scrapped. The campus was to be located downtown in new, yet-to-be-constructed Centre for Innovation, CFI, which the City of Brampton described as an iconic gateway building that will offer a new central library, collaborative space for post-secondary institutions, and office space. University of Guelph Humber would have been CFI's anchor tenant. The post-secondary institution shared the news with Mayor Patrick Brown and members of Brampton City Council in October 6 letter obtained by CP24. University of Guelph Humber has seen posted the letter on its website. After careful deliberation, the University of Guelph and Humber College are writing to inform you that effective immediately, we are withdrawing from discussions with the City of Brampton to explore the relocation of the University of Guelph Humber to planned Centre for Innovation. The letter signed by President and Vice Chancellor Charlotte Yates and President and CEO Anne Mary Vaughan read. Unresolved space constraint issues were cited as the main reason why the U of GH is pulling out of the project. The post-secondary institution said this concern was brought up in March 31st letter to Brampton City Council, but because the resolution has yet to be determined, they no longer see the CFI as a timely or variable option for the relocation of Guelph Humber. The City of Brampton is currently in discussions with Toronto Metropolitan University to construct a medical school and cybersecurity research innovation center in the city. They are also exploring options to expand Algoma University's Brampton campus. From November 15, 2022 until December 31, 2023, international students who are in Canada and have off-campus work authorization on their study permit will be allowed to work over 20 hours per week off-campus while class is in session. This temporary measure will also apply to foreign nationals who have already submitted a study permit application as of today. They will also be able to benefit from the policy of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada approves their application. Immigration Minister Sean Fraser announced this major reform this morning in Canada's capital city, Ottawa. Fraser explained this measure aims to alleviate the shortage that are being experienced across Canada. Canada is grappling with historic labor shortages and an unemployment rate which is low by historical standards. Early this morning, Statistics Canada reported that Canada's unemployment rate fell to 5.2% in September, down from 5.4% in August. At present, international students who apply to study in an eligible Canadian educational program may get authorized to work off campus during their studies for up to 20 hours per week. This limit is lifted during scheduled breaks such as summer and winter holidays. This policy allows international students to support themselves financially while also seeking to ensure that they remain focused on completing their studies rather than being focused on working in Canada. facing nearly 1 million job vacancies, however, has resulted in Canadian government easing this rule for the time being. Canada is among the world's leading destinations of international students. In 2021, it hosted over 620,000 international students, a figure which has tripled over the past 2 decades. Canada issued nearly 450,000 new study permits last year alone. Demand to study in Canada remains strong due to various factors such as the quality of country's educational institutions, multiculturalism, affordability of the Canadian dollar, and the work and permanent residence opportunities that the country offers. Minister Fraser also has mandate from Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to identify additional ways for international students and temporary foreign workers to gain permanent residence via express entry. In addition, Fraser tabled a strategy in September outlining how the government aims to help more temporary residents gain permanent residence. The strategy contains 5 pillars such as modernizing the immigration system to improve application processing times. We will gain greater insights on the Canadian government's newcomer strategy when they table their new immigration level plan 2023 to 2025 by November 1st.
International Student Program. Over the years, there have been many requests to lift the 20-hour limit on off-campus work, and removing this limit temporarily over the next year is going to help us see the effects. Au fil des ans, il y a de nombreuses demandes pour lever la limite des 20 heures imposées pour le travail au campus. La suppression temporaire de cette limite nous permettra d'en voir les effets. Nous ne voulons pas que les étudiants donnent la priorité à leur travail plutôt que leurs études, mais nous souhaitons qu'il soit une mesure de compenser certaines de leurs dépenses. We don't want students to prioritize their jobs over their studies, but we do want them to be able to offset some of the expenses. We also want to give them the opportunity to make connections to employers while they complete their program to potentially give them opportunities to stay after the program of study is complete. The study permit extension pilot is going to help us ensure that officers spend more of their time reviewing complex applications, leaving the straightforward applications to be approved through an automated process. If this pilot is successful, we're going to expand the automation process to include more and more of our clients who are applying for a study permit extension. These measures are going to help us speed up processing and reduce wait times for our clients. They're also going to give students more flexibility while they work hard on their studies and help employers find more staff to fill labor shortage. This is a win-win from my perspective. With unprecedented interest in Canada from applicants all over the world, we need to make sure that our immigration system is ready to deliver for them. We've been taking several measures to improve client service by streamlining and modernizing our process over the past year. And with today's announcement, we're going to make sure that the people who are coming to Canada have an opportunity not just to support themselves, but to help contribute to a growing economy. This is a good news day, not just for international students, but for Canadian businesses and the Canadian economy. Thank you so much. Merci tout le monde. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll see you back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.